What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Hat Talk Live Collectors Spotlight, where we actually take the spotlight off of me and we put it on one of the actual collectors of Goorin and one of the fans of Hat Talk Live. And today we have a very special guest. It's a Monday afternoon. Welcome in, everybody. I see some people out there who are watching, but we've got a very special guest today. One of my great friends in this, somebody I'm very much appreciative that I met through this whole journey of Hat Talk Live and collecting Goorin Brothers hats, my good buddy Gio. So welcome in today, Gio. How you doing, man?
Good, good. How about you? What's going on?
I'm doing all right. I'm just waiting out the storm, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I've seen it's coming your way.
Yeah, we're trying to see what's going to happen here, but thank you for coming in today and doing Collector Spotlight. You're now the second guest to be able to do the Collector Spotlight. So I figured you'd be a great person to interview and talk to you about your love of Goorin Brothers hats and, of course, of Hat Talk Live and, like how you began watching the show and everything. So why don't we kick off with that? Like, how did you begin watching Hat Talk Live? What's your first earliest memory of that?
Okay, so first off, I'm just happy to be here with you on the show today. How did I get into watching the show? It's been a while. I mean, it was a while ago back, and it was probably you were in the earlies, like on the first. I can't say the first shows, but you were recording the shows with another person. You know, the other
allegedly, someone else allegedly.
Yeah, I mean,
we're doing this live. We promised we wouldn't mention scumbags.
No, but yeah, that was the first early times that I seen you. That's when I was barely starting getting into Goorin, and I would watch other people. I would say ambassadors and stuff, posts and stuff, and the videos and stuff. But like your videos were always better. Your content was always better, and the stuff that you talked about on the show and the hats and stuff was more intriguing to me to watch. And I mean, everything that you've been doing since the beginning, it's entertaining and a lot of information. Like you know what you're talking about on the hats. You know a lot of stuff, and yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate your kind words and everything. And yeah, you have been watching for like, it has to be at least 2 years now, like over 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
And like early on, like I didn't know you that well or anything. And like, I just remember like you were like somebody every week you'd send me your screenshot. And that's basically like I think that's like all we really talked. Like, you would just like every Friday, you would send me your screenshot. Yo, here's another one. Like, get me in the raffle, or because when I was doing raffles and stuff, and I was just like,
everybody had the codes and everything. But like I told you, like you'll see somebody who you want to support and the stuff that they're doing. The other people weren't doing. They were just in for like the money and stuff. But yeah, I got into watching you, and I like everything you were doing.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's again, that's the loyalty, that we talk about with a capital T. We appreciate and everything, and we've ended up. I mean, it's actually been less than a year because it's actually this coming weekend was when we first met last year at Hat Talk Live 4.
Yeah,
and that was like the first time that we'd ever really talked really that much. Besides messages and stuff like that. So and look at the year that we've had, since like we've. I've seen you quite a few times. You ended up coming to the Hat Talk Live on 5 up in upstate New York for my birthday. I've seen you a couple more times over the summer because you helped me out, doing some stuff, that we know about and everything. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I got to interrupt right now. We have a sponsor actually, because they wanted to sponsor the show. Backwoods. When you are looking for a nice, cheap cigar to smoke on International Drive, grab a Backwoods.
Yeah.
So I just had to add that they wanted to sponsor too. There's a couple other sponsors too.
Yeah, they saw us walking, with them, and they're like, we have to sponsor these guys.
Yeah, they knew you were coming on the show today, so they're like you got sponsor this show today. So
We have to
backwoods.
get we have to get BK at some point.
They listen. I didn't say that they weren't sponsoring. There's a few sponsors today. So, but all right. So all right. So we got the Hat Talk Live stuff out of the way and everything. Let's talk about really this is your hat collection is what we really want to talk about. So you said you started probably around the time like what was it 2022 ish or was it earlier than that you started collecting
It,
Goorin?
it was earlier. I
Okay.
wasn't really into collecting, you know. I had a couple, but like I didn't really got into collecting until after.
And like so like your Friday drops and stuff like why don't you show us some of your favorites? I guess what was your first? Let's go with that one first.
Yeah, I'll start with my very first, and where I have it. It's not exactly this one, but it was one of my earliest one, which is the cash cow.
Cash cow. Yeah, you like the cows. So I mean you tend to grab like anytime they do a cow or something like that.
Yeah, so my very first one it was like the light blue cash cow that I had
Okay.
on. Yeah, and funny story, it didn't really I didn't really got it for me. It was around Christmas time, and I told you I used to work on a farm
Right.
with like, cows and stuff, and so like I saw the hat and I wanted to get it for somebody else, like as a gift, a present. So I went
Yep.
to the store. It was a lit store that I went to, and I saw it, and I was like, "This is perfect. It's a cow, you know."
Yeah.
And I went home with it, and I just like looked at it, and I was like, "Well, this one is actually nice. Like, I'm gonna keep for myself instead." So yeah, I
So it was a
kept it.
Christmas gift that never made it.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up buying something else, but I kept the hat for me. And ever since then, like I used to go to the mall, to the lit stores to see what else they had on, and that's how I started into it.
And you also go to the Atlanta store from time to time. I see like, you're kind of in that area and everything. So you check out the Atlanta store when you can and everything.
Yeah, yeah, I go
Yeah.
to Atlanta a lot of times, and I usually stop by and see what they have on.
Yeah. There was a time like when the stores used to get Friday drops. Did you ever go to the stores to buy a Friday drop? Do you
No,
remember? Or was it just always ordering through?
no, there was one. My very first golden store that I went to was in New Orleans.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not
New
there
Orleans.
anymore, but yeah, and they told me that they have the Friday drops. They will get them, but
Yep.
I wouldn't drive all the way to New Orleans to get the Friday drop.
Right. You would just buy it online.
Yeah,
Um, So let's talk about some of your favorites, like some of I mean, this for me, like I don't even like asking you this question because I don't even think I could answer it because it's so hard to do. But all right, what do you got? I see a few sitting behind you.
yeah. So this is not my setup of hats. So for everybody to know, I just
This
try
is a
to
temporary,
yeah. I just brought some so I can show.
right?
I can even I lost the count of how many I've had, and like we talked about it before, it's not about how many you have and stuff. It's about if you see it, like it, buy it.
Yep.
Right?
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, yeah. But I did brought some that are my personal favorite of mine.
Okay. And I know Boner is one of your favorites.
Yeah, boner sitting right here.
You love Boner.
Yeah, who doesn't love a boner, right?
Now, is that your
Um,
favorite though, or is that like, I mean, just in your top
I
five?
mean, boner has to be one of the top hats, like
Yeah, I
for
agree.
the ones who have it, you
Yeah.
know. And for the ones who are looking for it, because I know it's a lot of people are looking for it.
Right. Yeah, I know. There's actually a conversation in my Facebook group today. Shao is also saying she loves Boner.
Yeah,
But people were talking about today, like how like going rate, I guess, on that, reseller market is like $250, which is absolutely crazy to me. But
yeah, $200, $400 on eBay. That's crazy.
no way. Yeah. I mean, I think there's, again, I just think that there's better ways to spend your money. There's so much great stuff coming that I think that you're better off not spending prices like spending that
Right.
kind of money.
Yeah, yeah.
So what else? What else you got? Like, let's see some other ones that you picked out as far as favorites.
So one of my favorites was right here. One of my personal favorites.
That's a unique one too. Like that painted on like crown like that has not been done again, and that's one of the most unique Gorins
Yeah, the
out there.
colors and everything. The colors is.
Yep, you love the colors is on that one.
Love
Yep.
the colors. I mean, it's just like a great hat overall.
Yeah, nice suede brim and everything. It matches with that camel. Hump is a great hat, underrated. And I mean, a lot of people, I think I underrated in the beginning. Once it got into people's hands, then it instantly became a big time favorite.
Yeah.
So.
And the next one is the one that dropped on the same week.
Clingy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Now, do you wear clingy yourself?
I wore it probably twice. I don't really wear it a lot.
Okay.
But it's
my wife is the one that's worn that one. I do like the color of it and everything, but like that's more like my wife has worn that one, and I just kind of gave it to her.
Oh, like turquoise color.
Yeah, like teal, turquoise, whatever you want to call it. Yep.
Yeah.
Patches that never came back though. I mean, both of those patches that you just showed never returned, but you know, again, it doesn't really matter, but those are still unique hats and everything. So
yeah.
Anything else that you felt that you wanted to mention? Or I know Mother is one of your favorites.
Mother? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Mother.
Who doesn't love Mother? Same as Mermaid though.
Oh, I think I'm seeing some glitching. I think we might be losing you. Oh wait, but we do have another sponsor. When you're looking for drinks down in Old Town, the British Shop.
The British store.
Stop by the British Shop for some of the cheapest beer in Old Town and say hi to Gio's buddy, their official sponsor. The British Shop wanted to sponsor the show tonight.
Everybody can say hi to my buddy if you're coming down to Orlando in a few weeks.
So. Yes, I know. I'm excited about that too. We'll talk about that a little bit too before we get. Oh, we got another sponsor before I get out of here. That's Terramana Tequila.
Terramana,
yeah. Our buddy The Rock, the final boss.
The final boss return.
Yeah,
it's Saturday.
The smoothest tequila. We always seem to put down a few shots of this whenever we get together.
Yeah, if you go sometimes back into the videos, you can see our 3 a.m. how we took shots in the bar
at Miller's.
I go back and rewatch. I go back and rewatch the video, and I like how were we even functioning? Like we were already a little bit buzzed and drinking those shots.
I was okay that night though.
Yeah,
I think I was all right. I mean, we allegedly might have been urinating in some spots on International Drive. It's not our fault though that there's no bathrooms on International Drive.
They wouldn't let us in.
They saw us coming. They're like, "Don't! You can't piss here."
Yeah.
So one of the other things. Well, let's talk about that too. We can get back to hats if you want, but as far as Hat Talk live events, this is going to be your third event coming up.
Yeah.
What keeps you coming back? Like, I mean, obviously you go once and you like, it's something you feel like you need to do again. I feel.
Yeah, I mean, it's the people, the connection that you make with the people that go there, you know, and all the stories that you can relate to maybe and stuff. That's how I felt the first time I went down to the third event in Orlando, fourth event in Orlando. So yeah, I used to watch your first live event when he was in Vegas, and I was like, I wanted to go, but you know it's all the way to Vegas and I'm in Georgia, so that's a little bit difficult. Yeah. And then you made your second live event, and you were asking on the show, you were asking a question like, where should my second event be at? And I remember I used to come down to Atlanta,
to
the store, and like we can hang out and stuff. But you made it in Vegas, so that was the second time in Vegas. Or like, okay, maybe the third time I'll be able to go. Nope, you made that in San Diego.
But then by the time I finally did somewhere within close range to you, you're like, all right, now I got to be there.
Yeah, that's Orlando, and it was a great time, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
if you're somebody who's thinking about going and you don't know how it is and you're like shy and everything, do it. Just come down, see, have a great time with people, and it should be fun.
Yeah. And you are kind of I don't know if I'd say shy, but I call you're a quiet person, and you came right in and fit right in, and you like, again, it's the memories that are made with these
Yeah,
people. Like, even going back a year, it's hard to believe that event is almost a year from like this coming weekend.
yeah,
And it's just like, there was so many moments like that we're still talking about a year later. Like, we had fun at Hogan's, like in the store and everything, and breakfast at Perkins, and
yeah.
you
That's
left your
another
phone.
that's another great thing that we like made me like more into it. Like we have a common interest in on wrestling and stuff.
Yeah,
So we
right.
went to the Hogan store, so that was pretty special too.
Right. It's the hats first. Like, it seems like it's like for all of us, it feels like it's the hats that first brought us together. And
Yeah,
then we at least find, like, with us, it's wrestling, drinking, and then like with other people, it's like I connect with them in other ways too. You know what I mean? Like, there's other different, things that we
yeah.
find to connect on. And it's just like people like think of the show and they're like, really? You just sit there talking about hats, or like these events are just like, what are you doing at these events if it's just
It's not
a hat?
it's
And it's
not
just,
just
we're just
about that.
meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're having fun.
you
It's a
come
good way
in.
to meet.
Everybody comes in as strangers at first, and then you leave as friends.
Absolutely. And like, you're not strangers very long. Like, it literally is like the quickest click. Like, everybody like clicks together so fast. Like, you showed up late on that Friday night, and you had friends within minutes. Like,
Yeah,
everybody's talking to you, everybody's welcoming. Like, it's always a great crew every
yeah.
time
I
we've
don't
had the
feel
event.
like anybody's gonna judge you like for the way you are, and everything.
Yep. Yeah, they're excited to meet you just as much as
Yeah,
they are to meet me and everything.
yeah.
So, but oh, one more sponsor before we move on here. There they are.
You can
BK,
be a have it your way.
you
That's
rule.
it. You rule. There you go.
So BK had to sponsor the show.
Yeah, they had
They,
sponsors finally.
they're a big. We Another memory was that Uber ride. And glad I saved this part, because the Uber ride that ended with you leaving your phone in the Uber.
I left my phone in the Uber. I still can't believe that.
We made it happen. We got that phone back though. That guy came
Yeah.
back and dropped your phone back off, but we got it done. Um,
Another
Appreciate you
thing I
coming on.
wanted to talk about of the live events uh, in Big T birthday bash down at the suburbs.
Up in suburbs.
I remember how we went to the ice cream place. Took us down to the ice cream place.
Yeah,
And, I had my little accident with the ice cream that
yeah, because
fell.
you and Evelyn trying
Yeah,
to be cute.
trying to make a pose with the ice cream and stuff. And like charisma capture like every single moment.
Yep.
Like if you go down to my Instagram, I made a post about it. You can see
Yeah,
everything.
and go
So
ahead and
like
give out your Instagram too for everybody out there who doesn't. If you follow Gio, absolutely too, because he's a great part of this Hat Talk Army and everything. So give
yeah,
out your
sure.
Instagram.
My Instagram is at geo18 underscore double underscore. I have a lot of great pictures with Goorin Hats and the live events and like the experiences I had with the live events and stuff. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, lots of great content. So definitely follow Geo at Geo18 double underscore on Instagram as well.
So
Um,
Evelyn made sure that I didn't forget that moment, and she made
shit.
me a blanket.
Oh my God. She made a blanket of you eating the ice cream and dumping it on yourself.
Well, no, it was actually the cute picture. The This one came out good, but she made me this blanket full, so I wouldn't forget about that moment when the ice cream fell.
That's so funny. I'm still waiting for my Geo t-shirt too.
It's coming.
It better be.
It's coming.
Yeah, before he dropped the
Yeah,
ice cream.
before I dropped it.
Again, so many great moments that just are like you have to be there to experience it. And like I can't promise these things, but what I can promise, it's going to be a whole new bunch of fun moments that we're never going to forget together coming up at the end of the month. I'm excited to see you again.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be some backwoods.
Some backwoods.
We'll
Some
be going
micheladas. I still have to see
micheladas.
you. I still have
There
to see
might
you
be.
drink that michelada.
I will not. And there's going to be some surprises. As you know, there always are surprises at my events, and we'll be going Old Town again, and we're having some fun there, and lots of great new people. There's new people that are coming to the event, and they'll get to experience that, and then we'll get to meet them and have fun with them this time too. So looking forward to that. Can't get here soon enough. Hopefully this place survives what's about to happen here. But we're getting like it's going to be like 2 weeks from Friday. So you'll be here.
It's getting closer.
Yeah, it is definitely. Anything else that you wanted to mention on your collector spotlight? I appreciate you coming on today.
Yeah, of course. You want to mention one of if you want to talk about one of my favorite hats at the moment.
Okay.
Will be the one I'm wearing.
Decoy.
The decoy. Yeah, like I've been wearing the shit out of this hat right now since I had it because it's camo. I like camo too.
Yep.
It's one of my
favorites.
Me too.
I'm a camo, fan as you are. So I mean,
yeah,
I don't think I realized you got that one. I didn't remember that you got that one, but I'm glad you did get that.
Yeah, that was when I told you that I didn't work that Friday, and I went to. It was actually I was in Atlanta.
Okay, and that was one of those quick drops. So you were lucky you were off that day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So, a lot of great Goorin hats this year.
Yeah. And Drained is the other cow one.
Yeah, Drained one. I mean, everything that has to do with cow and everything, I'll get.
That's one of my favorites this year, to be honest. Yeah. Like I love that hat a lot. I mean, like I wear that one a ton too.
Yeah.
It's Sinner. I have your Sinner here because you were working.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I missed that drop. And
you have to have that one, so I had to grab you one of those. But
yeah, that one has to be one of the top 5 for this year. That's a great hat.
We'll see. Coming up the end of the year, it's going to be here soon. I mean, we're less than 3 months now.
Yeah.
So less than 3 months to go. So we'll see. I'm not showing my cards. I did show a little bit with that Drained hat though. I don't see how that's not going to be in my top 10. I do think that's a top 10 hat.
Yeah, it has to be. Well, yeah. For the ones that like the hat and everything, there's a lot of people that bitch about it.
Well, constant complainers everywhere. But yeah, I mean, like, look, I'm giving my opinion. Everybody, has their own opinion on what they like and everything. But I'd say more often than not, a lot of people do tend to kind of agree with me. So I mean, I think our taste is usually the same. Usually, when I like something, you tend to like it. So
yeah.
But yeah. So anything else? Anything else you're looking forward to? We got the event. Got it. Still like
let's see what the rest of the year is going to look like on the drops and everything. Looking forward to it. I know there's a capsule coming up as well.
Should be a great capsule coming this weekend. We'll talk about that on Thursday night. Another great Friday drop this week too. This weekend is a big good weekend of great hats this weekend. So hopefully people are ready and the wallets are ready too. So for some great stuff. Okay. I mean, it's going to be some good stuff coming. Some stuff I'm excited about.
Yeah, I got some honorable mentions as well to show.
Softy. The day my house flooded. I didn't sleep the night before that one.
How can I not bring this one out as well?
Hyper. We've talked about this one, I think, before, right? Me and you. Hyper is an underrated.
Yeah, very underrated. This is a great hat.
Great hat. Great patch.
Yeah. Trusty is one of my favorite ones as well. I wear that.
Trusty is one of the most quality hat drops in a long time.
Yeah.
Like you feel like the weight of that hat, and it's just heavy quality.
Right.
So,
But yeah.
but I think if I'm good, if you're good, if you, unless there's anything else that you wanted to add in or anything, and then we can wrap up. Thank you again for coming on Collector Spotlight. This is all
Appreciate the
about
time.
you.
It's a great time. It's always a great thing to be on the show and talk about hats and everything. So
Appreciate everything that you do behind the scenes for the Hat Talk Army. Appreciate the great friend that you are. Most important over everything. There's things that I can't even mention on this show because of like just like privacy things that I just don't want out there. But you
yeah,
came through for me so big this year, multiple times.
we
Let's just
went
say
from. Go ahead.
driving to New York for my birthday from Georgia, that in itself is a huge, and you've done other things too that are just unbelievable. I am so appreciative to have you. I couldn't imagine my year without you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We went from last year, 2 years ago, not like not knowing each other, not talking a lot, and to now being such a great. I mean, you to me are also such a great friend. Like
Appreciate it. Your attitude.
I don't call like a lot of people. I don't consider a lot of people friends, because they're not
Yep.
really friends. But you are someone that I really consider like a great friend, great friend to me.
Likewise. Likewise. I appreciate it. And Jamie, my other one of my best friends too, he has nothing but good things to say about you too. And he like just again, like to me, he's like that Gio is a really good dude. And I'm like, he is a really good dude. And I enforce that to everybody. So and I look forward to being at you and Evelyn's wedding someday. Even though I don't know if I'll be able to, I don't know if I'll be able to communicate with a lot of people there because I don't speak Spanish, but I'm sure that I'll be.
You'll be here.
I will be, and Melanie too.
So. Yeah, we're gonna have that. We need to have that special entrance.
Yes, I'll help. I will help in any way I can to make whatever dream you have happen there. So
I appreciate that.
All right, we'll wrap this up together. You stick around after, and we'll chat after. But again, everybody, Hat Talk Army. This is Gio. Follow him on Instagram at Gio18__, and tune in. He's always in the chat every Thursday night as we're here for Hat Talk Live, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. He'll be here probably on Thursday night if we're here on Thursday night. Still, I don't even know yet. But yes, he's always around, always being funny in the chat. So appreciate you coming on today for the second episode of Collector Spotlight. And if you out there watching want to be a part of an upcoming episode of Collector Spotlight, email at HatTalkLive1@gmail.com or just DM me on Instagram. And let me know if you want to be a part of one of these episodes of Collector Spotlight, and we can sit down and we can talk about your collection of Goorin and how much you love Hat Talk Live, and you can tickle my balls on the show. As always, appreciate everybody out there watching today for this live recording. Appreciate you, Gio.
Thank you for having me, as always.
Absolutely. You're welcome. I'm Big T. In Big T we trust. We the ones. Peace.